The entry of tricycles and motorcycles into Nigeria's transport system was intended to ease transportation challenges for rural dwellers. Along the lane, motorcycles operators popularly known as OKADA riders extended their services to major roads and even the highways in some cases. Records have it that within 10 years, the use of motorcycles has increased from 10,000 or thereabout to 800,000 people now. This incursion to major roads and often reckless riding has led to increase in accidents on the roads. Only yesterday, OKADA riders invaded an estate in Abuja and attempted to set houses ablaze to avenge the death of two of their colleagues in an accident. Now, less than 2 weeks ago as well, a similar incident occurred in Day area of Abuja, where a group of OKADA riders were also involved in the burning of the timber markets. What can the authorities do in this riders' case or to check their excesses? This is the crux of the matter on Nigeria Today for tonight. Thanks a lot for joining us on NTA News 24, coming to you from Abuja. I am Musbad and Wahab. Welcome to the program Nigeria Today. Right, to discuss the menace of OKADA riders in recent times, I have joining us the Deputy Director Operations, Directorate of Road Traffic Services, VIO FCT, Mr. Dele Yaro. Good to have you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, viewers.
All right, also joining us is Alhaji Usman Buba Goza, President of Tricycles and Motorcycles Owners and Riders Association of Nigeria. Now, Tomaras, that seems to be a very big office. Good to have you, Alhaji Goza.
Thank you, my boss.
All right, so I'm going to start with you. We've had cases in recent times, a few of them I just mentioned. That's of Day and Kabusa in Abuja, or in the Federal Capital Territory. This has been a major concern to a lot of people in this part of the country. How bothered are you about this as well?
Well, first of all, let me thank the Almighty God for giving me the opportunity to come to NTA 24 hours. The issue of Day, our members that are operating there, and what happened in Day is, to us, is unfortunate.
Right.
And if you go through what happened, right from the beginning, the matter is not our fault first, on the first line.
How do you mean?
Well, I have a chairman in Day area.
Okay.
Where he represents our office there. Whatever is happening there, he will give us the report, what is happening in that area. So when this thing happened, I called him, what is exactly happening in that area. And he told me that the issue is one OKADA man carry passenger, a lady. On the way, they now have an accident with tanker. Then the tanker now match the lady. And incidentally, the lady died at that place. So from there, people now start coming up, and anybody who came there, if they say, it's like they know the woman. So before you know, they pick that OKADA, start beating him, drawing on the road. Then some of the OKADAs now came and said that, what is the problem? Before you know, they now leave that one and start arresting motorcyclists. At the spot, they gather 17 motorcycles and bonded. So the OKADA riders say, what is it? Why? How somebody, this accident, nobody is happy that to have an accident. And this thing can happen now, why they will just come and burn our motorcycle? So from there, they now started. As they start calling themselves, then the chairman for that area reached that place and is trying to control them. I know when the thing now wanted to escalate, there's no way you can even say that they let them come down, because they have already burned some motorcycles and they kill
All right.
OKADA.
The case of Day, it's one out of many. Without engaging in blame game now.
Yes.
About the excesses of your men, talking about OKADA riders and tricycle ride operators as well.
Yes.
How are you checking this?
Thank you very much. You know, our association, National Commercial Tricycle and Motorcycle, we control both the owners and the riders. That is the meaning of that association. And we are duly registered with the CAC and have a relevant backing from the relevant agencies.
Okay.
That to mind the affairs and control the affairs of the motorcycle and tricycle. And our association, we have a guideline, rules and regulation, where all of us we are working based on our constitution. We used to have a workshop, training, all this we used to do to our members. And as I'm talking to you now, within the FCT only, registered ones that we have, we are more than 100,000. Registered members, we are more than 100,000. Forget about the one that we have never registered them. And anything that wanted to happen, those ones that they know that yes, they have been registered, they will not accept themselves to, they will not involve themselves into any of these kind of things because they know that we will check them. If I tell you today that the ones that have not been registered, they are more than 50 or 30,000, I'm not telling a lie. Because not all of them have been registered. But I'm talking the ones that we have registered, they used to comply and obey the rules and regulations of this.
All right, we're going to talk about the implication of those ones who are not registered. But let me quickly talk to Mr. Dele Yaro. How your operation includes inspection of vehicles. How are you also including motorcycles and tricycles in that?
Thank you very much. Let me say this, that the operations of a motorcycle is an all-commerce affairs.
Right.
And it's a very simple, the easiest way of getting a job in the country now. It's not just a matter of having a 10,000 naira, 20,000 and the 15, you understand, purchase a motorcycle and then you hit the road. But what about the rules and regulations, adherence to the road signs and safety aspect of it? This is the MENACE who have been facing since 2006 when the OKADA operations have been banned within the city of FCT, the FCC entirely. And the operations were restricted to urban and these rural areas. And you know, when they started, from history, they were supposed to be the last mile within the rural areas. And because of the situation in the country, the job, people need to employ themselves and get things doing, you understand? And so that is how it escalated to the city. And before you know it, they're everywhere. And from what is happening till date, the MENACE were still fighting to restrict the operations within the city. And it has to do with the riders and the passengers, the commuter. There are situations where in the course of enforcement that the commuters even helped the riders to misbehave. Over speeding.
I agree with you.
Meandering within vehicles, not obeying the rules. You understand? Those are the things you are facing. Riding against traffic, breaking traffic lights where they are available. These are the things we are facing. So the issue of inspecting motorcycle in FCT is not even is out of it. Because since the banning of motorcycle operations within FCT, we have not been registering motorcycles for commercial purposes.
Right.
We have the numbers in the store, but then because of the restriction, they are there, wasting.
But yet these guys are in operation in some parts.
Yes. You let me say this, that by road traffic rules and road traffic acts, you are allowed to obtain your vehicle papers, register a vehicle in any part of the country, and come to operate in the FCT. FCT is an all-commerce affairs. You can come because of the security situation in the country, and then because of the banning from other states, they find their levels to, their ways to Abuja. And you know, because you cannot stop anybody from coming. And at night, most of them come using the trucks, offloading them. We can't say anything. We don't know where they're coming. We only see them early in the morning. And by standard, the situation is for you to operate a motorcycle for commercial purpose or for whatever it is, you are supposed to be fully kitted with your crash helmet and safety helmet in place, vehicle motorcycle registered. But you realize for the the situation now is multifaceted. It's not an issue of VIOs alone now. It's not the agents of VIO, because it has to do with all commerce, all agencies of here. Because the motorcycles are being used for criminalities again. You agree with me on this? Because we have issues or cases of bag snatching, all manner of things being committed by the OKADA riders. Just like the chairman, the president said, we have many of them who have been registered with the union members, but how many of them obey the union rules and executives? Yes, we have them in segments. Maybe village by village, cottage by cottage. I don't know how they're segmented. But then, where are they able to control them?
Okay, now, can you quickly let us know the areas within the Federal Capital Territory where the operations of OKADA riders are allowed?
Now, let me say this, because we should have a clear definition of FCC.
Okay.
The clear definition is this: FCC is so large now because of the opening of more districts, up to Kuwa, up to Lube. But for those who have been using the airport road, the Musa Yaradua Expressway, then towards Nyaya, Bachabarak, Kubo, they are not to extend to those areas.
Okay.
But you realize that you see them on the expressway driving against traffic. So if there are rules, if there are unions, why are they doing this? This is the federal capital of Nigeria, where the first timers coming to Nigeria, we see all these things on the expressway. What would be the impression on their minds? You understand? Are this not civilized? Are they not cultured? Those are the questions. So if people will obey the rules, things should be done well for safety reasons. They are not supposed to be seen on the highway, riding against traffic.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ayero. Now, Alhaji Goza,
yes.
You said your members, the registered ones in the FCT, it's about 100,000 now, over 100,000, and you said that's more than 30,000 yet to be registered as well.
Yes.
Now, to take 100,000 out of a job will mean something very, very dangerous to this country or residents of the Federal Capital Territory.
Yes.
Now, what are you doing to help the authorities to in inculcating the culture, this good culture of abiding by the rules in your members?
Okay. I said it here last time that I'm here,
okay,
and I'm still going to say it.
Please say again.
It's a simple issue.
Okay.
Because everybody knows that FCT is the heart of Nigeria. If other states can do the necessary things to avoid this kind of thing, I don't think that FCT cannot do it.
What are the necessary things you're talking about?
I'm coming. I've been trying for more than a year. Anytime that we went for the meeting in the FCDA, Transport Secretary, we will put this request that, look, we are unions, and there's no way we can do alone without the government. We want the government to come to our aid so that we can work together with them.
In what way? So you need the government to help you to take to the rules?
No. What I'm trying to say here is that, you see, like I'm just going to give you an example like other states.
Okay.
In other states now, before a rider should start flying the road, you must go whether to their VIO there, or they have a Ministry of Works or something like that. I don't know how they used to do in this city. But all the operators are registered. Government know them, the union know them. Anyone that wanted to operate without that registration, even the union will arrest that person. So we have been trying to tell the FCT that, look, allowed us to work with the Director of Road Traffic Service so that they will help us and we help them. We will now going to enforce our members that everybody who wanted to operate within the FCT must register with the VIO. Okay. And if you register, the VIO will give you where you're supposed to operate.
Okay.
As the director have said that.
Those who are registered
yes,
under you,
yes,
how do you identify them?
Thank you. Those that are registered, they are not operating within the areas that we are not allowed to operate. They are allowed to operate at the settlers town and the remaining area councils.
What I'm asking is the means of identification for those who are registered.
Yes, okay. If you go to, let's say, example, if you go to Airport Road, we have Piwe, Piakasa, Chika, and all this is. If you go to Piwe now, you will see that all the riders, they give at least more than 150 meter before the road.
Okay.
And if you went there and see them, they will see them with all their reflected jacket with the coded numbers.
Okay.
And anybody that you see with registered with coded number will have his own record. That even if he is not the one that's riding, if you give that jacket to somebody.
All right, so it means you have a means of identification.
Very well.
Just a moment. Let's quickly take a break now to hear from some persons that spoke to our correspondent, Suleiman Abdul Wahab, as to what really might have been the issue that raised the tension at a Global Estate Lokogoma area here in Abuja.
Watching it by myself, but I don't see how the thing take happen. And they pursue the person. Definitely, the man they run for his own life, truth. And the man they run on his way going, he can't jam another person for road. That one nothing do him. As he enter the St. Glover, and police block the gate, nobody should enter inside because OKADA is not allowed to enter inside.
Okay, yesterday it was around to 12. We are at the gate here and we saw the car driving in with bike following him. So we have to bring our barrier down to know actually what happened. So when we brought the barrier down, we're trying to ask the OKADA man, what is the problem? What is the problem? He said the man killed their people there, like 3 of them. They are dead now. We're like, oh, sorry, people should calm down first. They say, no, this man should go out. This man should go out. We should not allow this man to enter inside. So they took tire from outside, bring out their bike, they bring fuel, light the tire, and they started throwing it in. You can see they even broke some window. They started throwing stone, doing sort of things.
Yes, the security agents did what they should do. They were here, they responded, even though at some stage they almost became very tough for the police to contain them because they were in their hundreds. So we had to, through some of our generals here, we had to involve the military. So as a matter of sincere fact, it took the military to calm the situation.
Suleiman Abdul Wahab, thanks a lot for those views from Lokogoma area of Abuja. Now, if it took the intervention of the military to bring that situation under control, what do you think might have happened without the military, and what role did your association play at that time?
Thank you. First of all, let me commend the security agent for calming the situation down in that area. And the information that I got from my chairman in that area is that this car that he hit 4 people, not even 3 as he mentioned.
Okay.
When he hit 4 people, then 3 die at the spot. Then the OKADA riders now start stopping him for him now to come out. And I like the way how he did, because if he stay there, they will kill him and they will burn the car. So eventually the man now run to that estate to save his life. And you know that if something happened, that's why I mentioned to you here that there are some people, there are some members that they are answerable to us, and there are some members that they are not answerable to us.
So are you saying those involved were not as
answerable to you? Any member that, if it is registered with us, no member that will commit himself in that area, because we will identify him. Because I asked my chairman there, can he identify 1 or 2 who are in that place? He said, I can't identify them. And definitely, if you are not my member, I don't have any business with you. And I can't stop you operating or carry passenger, because I'm not the owner of the FCT. It is only the law enforcement that can say, okay, anybody that is not registered will not allow to operate. But we as a union, we have no power to stop anybody operating. But we know our members. That's the reason why our chairman, if anything happened, we will just pick the number And once we pick the number, anywhere the person is, we will look for that person.
Alhaji Goza, thank you very much. Now, Mr. Yaro, yes. We're talking about some identification here, how to separate these registered ones from those who are not. So, what is a VIO as a member of the Joint Task Force in the Federal Capital Territory doing, as a matter of fact, in collaboration with other agencies to check this?
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me say this, that the local government you mentioned is part of FCC.
Okay.
They are not supposed to operate there
at all.
They are, in place of motorcycles, we have the keke napeps that we are allowed to operate within the estates. And even the keke napeps are not supposed to go beyond the areas they are marked to operate. And now we have a program that is unfolding now in DHS, PTMS, Public Matters Transport System. With that, the OKADA rider, the keke napep riders will be registered, will be given areas of operation, color coding, and registered. The motorcycles and keke napep will be registered, and the riders will be registered, and the owner of the tricycle will be registered too. So there is nothing you commit, or wherever we look for you, we identify you easily. And that is in collaboration with the union members. Yeah. But as far as motorcycle is concerned, they are not supposed to operate within the axis you mentioned and local government. So that is exactly what we are doing. So the joint task force are still daily operating, arresting those who are breaking these rules. Because there's a policy already on ground since 2006, and we are still pursuing this till date.
Okay, how soon is that coming into operation, the measures you want to put in place?
Tentatively by August, we should unfold and they start operating this. And we have a driving institute in Lube that before you are registered, you go there for training. Then when there's what we call rider's card, apart from your rider's license, that is to show that yes, you have been trained and you are allowed or permitted to operate within the city, in FCT. So those are the things on ground now that is unfolding. And that's very soon too. Let me say this, that in Abuja, we don't recognize unions, we recognize licensed operators. Licensed operation in the sense that we register and recognize you as a company, an entity in the sense. So within your operations, you look at yourself as unions, but from government perspective, you're looking at you as a company, an entity to operate. So whoever operates under you, you have to take responsibility for them because of both vehicle and tricycles too. And so that is how they are categorized. For the unions operating within the city, where they are expected to go outside the city of FCT, like places like Zuba, going to Gwagwalada, Yaba, Urubuchi, Abaji, Buhari. It's far from the city, so it's not part of FCC. So part of FCC is the places I mentioned before, like up to Cuba. You are not supposed to be seen on the highway. That is highly restricted. So that is against the rules. So those are the things we are doing. So on a daily basis, we see go on to that by task force, and the task team going to go to arrest those who are still breaking the rules.
All right, thank you very much. Now, very quickly, Alhaji Goza.
Yes.
You said you register some members, yes. So some of these OKADA riders.
Yes.
What's at the yardstick for registration? How do you screen them to know that those who you are taking in are responsible members of the public? Because we've had cases of people using this means of operation to commit crimes.
Yes. You see, do you have register?
Very quickly.
Yes, before you register once you come today, we have registered you. Registration means that we are going, if we get your data, we have to get your data. From where do you come? And why do you want to operate? And if it is within this FCC, we will not allow you, we will not register you. We have to comply with the law of the FCT. And there's something that the Deputy Director have said now, which I'm very happy for that.
Yeah.
You see, the FCT have said that they didn't recognize the union association, which we battle with it. We said that there's no way we as a union register with the CSC and answerable to another company. The only thing that if government wants this thing to be done, if a director of road traffic service is under FCT. So let allow the union to work with them, not to as I have my certificate today. Then you say that I should go and join another company. Impossible, I can't do that.
All right, I believe this window is open for you to collaborate with the agency.
The issue will be settled very simple. Very simple. Only Deputy Director can solve the problem.
All right, we've been looking at the menace of OKADA riders in Nigeria, and particularly in the Federal Capital Territory. And I've been talking to the Deputy Director Operations, Directorate of Road Traffic Services, VIO-FCT, Mr. Dele Yaro, and Alhaji Usman Buba Goza, President of Tricycles and Motorcycles Owners and Riders Association of Nigeria, NATO Morris. Gentlemen, we want to say very big thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
And that has been Nigeria Today for tonight. Join us again tomorrow.